Hello friends, this is Dharam. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I would be sharing with you guys some price action patterns which I myself use, and I have made some really good number of profits by using those patterns. And believe me guys, if you use those patterns, you could also be making some regular profits. Also, do not skip any part of the video because every second of the video is very important, since I would be telling you the logic behind using those patterns, right? And in the end of the video, you would yourself be knowing that how easy it is to make money in stock market. Pattern that I would be drawing is a triangle pattern that every trader must know. So this is how the pattern looks like, right? Okay, and the price movement is something like this. Also, let me draw the levels. The first level is here, 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 and here, right? So what happens here is that when the price is at 107 at its resistance, the sellers get active and they pushes the price down. When the price reaches its support line, buyers get active and they push the price against the sellers, right here. Then is that the seller does not wait for the price to get back to its previous level. Instead, they get more aggressive and short at a lower level, and the price moves further down. Now, when the price reaches its support level, the buyers also does not wait for the price to get back to its previous level. Instead, they would buy the trade on a higher price, right? And the price moves further more. If you could see in the triangle pattern, let me draw an area. The area over here is much more than the area compared to here, right? In this area, the price gets an opportunity to move in a big run, right? Like this. When the price enters in a small area, the price gets congested, and then what happens is that the price either has to let me change the marker. The price either has to break out or break down, right? Now all the highlighters are removed. So when the pattern breaks out, what could your strategy be to enter in the trade or initiate the trade, right? Whenever there is a green closing candle here in a breakout pattern, you could enter in the next candle, right? And you can keep your stop loss below this trend line, right? Also, please do not, if you are a beginner or you do not know where to enter, so do not take part in this war of bears and bulls, right? Just have some patience and wait for the breakout or break down, right, to have some gain in this pattern, right? Let me remove all this drawing and let's get to the another pattern. The pattern is, let me draw the pattern first, right? Like this. It is something like this. It is an expansion channel pattern, right? Now let me draw the price movement. So okay, so this is how the price moves in this pattern, right? So what basically this pattern is that here, if you could see, the space is very less and the price does not get an opportunity to move freely. As the price moves further, the sellers also get an opportunity to move freely, and the buyers also do get the opportunity to move freely, right? If you could see like this, right? So how do you enter in this kind of pattern? Whenever the price is at its support level, you can initiate a buying trade, whether it could be here, or you could enter a selling trade also on its a resistance line, right? Now let me show you some of the pattern which are on my watch list, which follow these triangle and expansion channel pattern, right? So the first pattern that I would be showing you is of this Omicron. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit, right? Okay, see, if you could see that how the price movement is in this pattern. It gets to its resistance and then comes back to its support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and then gives a breakout. So you have to just wait for the breakout and wait for the first green candle to close, right? And then you can take an enter in the next candle, right? Let me show you how much the return was. The return was 65% of return, guys, which is very good return. The second chart is of Univastu, right? Let's get, okay, so here it is, guys. So if you could see the how the price pattern went, it was something like this, right? And when it went closer to the end of the triangle, it gave a breakout. See, you could have entered in on the second candle and kept a stop loss below the trend line, and you could have got at least 52% of return, guys, right? So let me show you another chart. It's of Kothari Petrochemicals, right? If you could see that how the price was, right? How the price action was really, oh my god, that's a huge movement, right? When the stock first gave its breakout on this big huge candle, you could see that. Let me zoom in a little bit so you could see. So when this chart gave a breakout, you could have entered on the next candle, or could have wait for the retest of this trend line, right? And for the stop loss, as I have told you earlier, you could have kept your stop loss below this trend line, right? Below this level, right? And you could have easily attained a profit of 53 rupees, which is 82% of return on your capital, guys, which is really good return, 82%, right? Let me show you the next chart. So okay, that was also an easy one. The chart, the pattern gave a breakout and then gave a retest and then gave a good momentum, right? And the momentum was of 51 rupees, which was 55% of your capital invested, guys. That is also a very good opportunity. That could have been a very good opportunity. The next chart is of Praxis. Okay, the candle gave a green, the candle made a green closing and made a breakout. You could have entered on the next green candle, and you could have easily made 36% return on your capital. Let me show you guys a expansion channel pattern. Okay, and that's how an expansion channel pattern looks like, right, guys? I'll show you. This is how an expansion channel pattern looks like. You could have entered whenever the price gets in contact with this support line, right? You could have entered here, you could have entered over here, either here, right? And on each enter you could have at least made a profit of rupees 52, which is 59% of your return on your capital. And on the next trade you could have made 57% of return, and on the final trade you could have attained almost 55% of return. So guys, that's a very good pattern. The both of the pattern, the triangle and the expansion channel, both of them are very good if you work logically and enter the trade after a breakout. You can have a good number of profits, guys.